Hello and welcome to the Bad Cats Club. I'm Dolikisse and here it is all about the horror. Today we're talking about Brad Pitt's new zombie apocalypse movie, World War Z, and I would like to start by saying that this review will contain some spoilers, but I've done my absolute best to keep them to a minimum. Okay, so let's start. If you didn't already know, this movie is based on a novel with the same name, and the name is pretty much all they have in common. While the novel is a documentary-style book giving first-person accounts of the 10-year-old struggle against the zombies, the book is about a retired secret agent called out for one last mission: to save the world. The movie starts out real slow. First we have some sort of public awareness announcement about the hazards of global warming, and then we have Brad cooking pancakes for 3 minutes. Made exciting by jump cuts. So many jump cuts. But when the action starts, they don't build to it. They just kind of punch you in the face with it. Cars crash, people run screaming, and then zombies! And there has been some talk lately about which is better, the old-fashioned slow zombie or the more modern running zombie. Well, this movie gives us a third kind. Zombies on crack. What do I mean by this? Well, imagine that the zombie apocalypse was a football game. The zombies would be the Dallas Cowboys. Because that's a football team, right? And people are your local Little League team. Is not a pretty sight. As you might have guessed, getting away from the slaughter is not without its problems. But Brad manages to get a ride with the government, who needs him to leave retirement and come back to work. And whoever came up with the bright idea to make this to an 80s cop movie needs to be fired.
Brad! We need you to come back and do secret agent stuff. Nah. No, I can't. I really can't. Aw, come on, please. Alright, let's go.
And now the movie takes us on a world tour of zombie hijinks, where Brad looks for clues, finding out that North Koreans are crazy.
No shit, Sherlock.
The Jews are hiding something.
So they are trying to take over the world.
And that Muslims will always find new and interesting ways to mess stuff up for themselves by being Muslim-me.
Those crazy Muslims, even if they manage not to blow themselves up, they still find some way to kill themselves.
And some of the dialogue is bad.
Oh no! Zombies! Looks like we woke the dead. Hey, that was pretty good. You like that? I've been saving it for just the right occasion.
And the trailer? Well, you know how most trailers will show you the best part of the movie? Here, they decided to show you the really dumb parts of the movie for some reason, and watching it, it seems that Brad Pitt's biggest problems in the zombie apocalypse is bad traffic and 90s CGI effects. And talking about Brad Pitt, I am not a fan. I don't know what it is. I mean, in his earlier movies, he was either a lot better at acting or a lot cuter, because in this one, he's pretty bad. And the mystery in this movie is not where did the zombies come from and how do we find a cure, but is Brad Pitt the luckiest man alive or the unluckiest person to ever walk the face of the earth? Gets into a car crash, finds conveniently placed RV.
Oh no, we're trapped! Let's head to that conveniently placed, abandoned, and probably with the key still in it RV over there.
Catches Les playing out of Dodge by the zombies hiding in the dumbwaiter.
Lucky we made it safely on this plane, huh? Oh crap!
Gets hopelessly lost in zombie-infected building, but somehow manages to stumble across exactly what he needs.
How am I ever gonna find what I'm looking for? Oh, there it is.
When I sat down to watch this movie, I didn't have very high expectations, and I have to say that I loved it. It's stupid and cliche, but God is it good entertainment. And a big part of what saves this movie is the supporting cast. The zombie transformations are amazing, with great makeup and even greater acting performances to go with it. You heard me complain about the jump cuts, but what you won't hear me complain about are the wide-angle shots, who are used in the beginning to show massive panic, in the middle to show countless destruction, and in the end to show an eerie emptiness. The music is used seamlessly to enhance the mood of every scene, making the intense moments even more intense. And the script is smart. Brad doesn't run blindly into bunches of zombies protected only by the love of God. He takes the time to look around for useful items and does what most of us would do, make some improvised weaponry. You believe the interactions between people, and this movie stayed away from what most disaster movies do and didn't make everyone an ass. In most of these movies, men are animals, held back only by the thin veil of society, turning the movie into a bad rape fantasy. 8 weeks. This movie doesn't do that much. The movie does an excellent job of mixing up the really intense moments with some slower scenes, giving the audience a chance to catch their breath and also the filmmakers a chance to get that pesky story out of the way. But in the slower scenes, the movie would have benefited from some additional cutting, especially the scenes with the family feel redundant, but I guess they're there to make Brad's character seem a little more human, even though he has the acting style of Venus de Milo. In other scenes, well, they needed to be fleshed out more. Really, some of them just don't make much sense. Like the scene where Brad figures everything out, it sort of just happens.
I don't know what's going on. It all makes sense now.
But what really sold me on this movie is the same reason why I will never watch I Am Legend again. Kids and dogs are perfectly safe. Actually, this is a message to all film producers out there. If you kill off kids or dogs, we will not watch your movie. So is World War Z worth the watch? You bet! Not only is it worth the watch, but I give it a 4 out of 5. A must-see. In fact, if you only see one movie this year starring Brad Pitt fighting zombies, then let it be this one. 'Cause it is awesome! And also, no dogs die.